God says, "My child, what have you? The heavens are complete. Watching the angels are silent, and the earth trembles under the weight of what was set into you. Do not yet understand the motion, the full repercussions of what happened, but I see it. All I have witnessed is every word spoken, step taken, every notion developed in the depths of the heart. Nothing is concealed from me right now. The truth must come forth. The moment of exposure is here. Are whispers in the spiritual realm, voices yelling your name and pointing to what has been done. My child, do you feel the weight of this revelation? Do you feel the shift that happens? Because everything is laid. The hour of reckoning has here. No one can reverse what has happened. Nobody can undo what has been done. No one can go back in time, fix what has already happened. The forward trust has broken, trust has been destroyed pieces, and those who once stood you are questioning. All of the mistakes that were made sent ripples throughout the. Do you feel the spirit? It's the growing gap between you. Those who previously held you, their voices were hesitant when they are speaking to you. Can see the shift in their eyes when they look at you. Have already felt it, have you not? You can modify the coolness. My child, this is not yours. This is imagination. This is real. There was a time when I walked in purity while your name was untarnished, when your words carried weight and your presence brought peace, but a choice was made. A path was created, took, and now the consequences have. The mistake cannot be followed. Lost trust cannot be erased. Easily regained. The broken bonds cannot be repaired overnight. But my child listened cautiously, for I am still speaking. I'm still looking for that call. While man may turn aside, I do not turn afar. People may murmur behind, I do not murmur behind your back. Instead, I speak clearly. While the world may judge you for what you have done, I am calling you to something higher. But before you may move ahead, you must face to know the truth. You must examine what has happened, done, and acknowledge there is no more. There is no hiding anymore. Pretending there is no more running. I've seen your tears. When nobody is, I watched and saw the regret that floods your heart in the quiet hours. The night, I saw the weight you carry in your spirit, the load you've attempted to ignore, but you cannot bear. My child, this alone. You can't pretend that nothing has. You cannot move forward without facing what has. People have alienated themselves. Doors have been closed. Chats have. You've paused and wondered. Why have you inquired why things feel differently? You have questioned why the warmth you once felt is no more. But my darling, the answer is before. You made a mistake. Trust must now be established, rebuilt, but trust is not. It isn't easy. It cannot be done quickly. Forced, it must come through. Truth must come through. Time, it must come through. Transformation, but listen, for I am. I'm speaking to you now with urgency. There is still, hopefully there is still, redemption is still possible. Forward, I am the God who restores. I am the God who I am the God who accepts what is, breaks and makes it whole. Again, my darling, you must come to me. First, you must lay everything down. Down, you must surrender all pieces. Each shattered fragment, every regret, everything hidden fear, you should cease pretending that nothing is wrong, so come to me. Honesty, since I already know this. See, and I am already wait, but please do not push this moment. Set aside, because time is moving and what was set into motion cannot be halted. The decisions taken this season will determine what is the actions you take today will affect the future. The days to come, and I do not want you to walk in. Unfortunately, I do not wish you to live into the shadow of what has occurred. I wish to bring you into the light. Healing into restoration, however, you must first you need to decide if you will proceed as if nothing happened, or if you will tackle what requires to be when confronted. You need to decide if you will disregard my speech or listen to what I am statement. You must decide whether you will continue running or eventually turn around and face. My child, I understand your pain. I understand the embarrassment that tries to creeps into your eye. I understand how your heart sinks when you consider what was lost, but listen, for I am calling you by name. I am saying to you, do not run away. Me, don't allow this mistake define you. Do not allow the whispers of others drowning out my voice is the only one. This can lead you forward. I am opening a door, but you must walk through. I'm making a way, but you must walk onto. I'm giving redemption, but you must reach out and take. The journey ahead will not be simple, but I will walk with. The healing process will not be immediacy, but I shall always be with you. Step of the way. The lost trust can be restored, but only through truth. Don't deceive yourself. Child does not think that things will simply fix it. Restoration needs action. Healing requires honesty. Development required surrender, and I am calling you to it. Surrender now. I beg you to come before me with nothing hidden, nothing held back, nothing covered, because you bringing everything into my life I can work with. I can reshape it, something I can rectify. It's possible that others around you may never fully understand, that they may not see the depth of your regret, they might not know the entire weight of what you carry. Yet I am not asking for perfection. I am not asking for you must prove yourself via endless. I appeal for your efforts. Heart, I am asking you to trust. I'm asking you to allow me to take repair and restore what has been broken. Again, you must act. Now, you must take this seriously, since time is moving. Doors are shutting. I don't want you to be left alone. Remorse, I don't want you to look back and realize you missed the moment. Redeeming, my child. Listen, this moment is yours. Opportunity, this is your call to step into something. Do not let shame hold you back. Do not let fear mute you. Don't let doubt stop you moving forward, because I've never left. You and I are waiting openly. Now the choice is, will you continue as if nothing has happened, or will you move into the light, into the truth? Healing, the solution is before you are at this moment now. and I am waiting for my lovely child. Time has it is time for you to face the truth that has been hiding in the depths of your heart. You've walked this route, trusting that all is well with your actions have gone unrecognized, that the choices you've made have not consequences, but I tell you now, the weight of what has been accomplished has reached the heavens. You've called out to me, seeking answers and clarity, understanding, and today I came to you. Not in quiet, but in words that will penetrate the fog that has clouded your eye. I am here, and I have seen. I've watched and waited, allowing time to show the heart tries to conceal, and now I ask you, what have you? You have traveled among those who they trusted you and put their faith in, who believed that you were a light in the darkness, stood by you and lifted you up. They stretched their hands in love. Also, in hopefully, your selections have resulted in a shift, a rupture in a situation where trust has. Nobody can look at you in the similarly, because your weight decisions have caused ripples in spirit, ripples that cannot be disregarded. You've questioned why. Why have partnerships been strained? Why has the warmth you once felt turned cold? The voices that were previously encouraged hesitated before speaking. The answer has always been before you, but you have rejected. There is nothing hidden from you. I know what you haven't thought about. Spoken the intentions behind everything, the tiny sacrifices that resulted in greater failings. You did not intend to cut pain that you did not wake up wanting to witness. Trust is destroyed, and ties are weakened. See love poison with hesitation, but every decision builds on the last, and every instance of contempt for the truth has brought you here. Place you've allowed yourself to walk in a manner that does not align with the purity of my love, and now you discover you're standing in the middle of the consequences. This is not about condemnation, is not about shame, despair. I have not come to cast you away, or to leave you in your I regret that I came because I adore you. My heart longs for you to return, because there is yet a way forward if you willing to take it, but you must first admit what has happened. Been done. You must open your eyes to reality has been developing around you. Should no longer live in denial. Convince yourself that things will heal on their own, that time will eradicate the effect of what has occurred. I have always been with, even in the moments when you strayed, even in times when your heart I wandered far away from what was right. There I called out to you in ways that did not recognize individuals who spoke words of caution through turmoil in your spirit that informed you something was not as it should. Perhaps you felt it didn't. The whisper that told you to turn back, to pick multiple ways to resist the temptation to select the easy option. However, the global voice grew. Your flesh's desires become more intense. Grasp, you brushed away the gentle warnings, believing that you may make things are right later, but later has come, and the weight what has been done cannot be disregarded. You now see the reflections of your decisions in the sight of people around you. Now, you hear the unspoken disappointment, the way they respond now that you feel the shift. The distance. Trust is a fragile thing, and once shattered, it is not easy to return. This is what you must realize. What you do, every word and deed is important. Every decision is all matters, nothing is too minor. Nothing more small, nothing hidden in the dark. That will not finally come to. I now ask you to confront the light. It does not. Run, do not pretend, don't convince yourself that this is something that will simply fade. With time I don't reveal to destroy, I expose to heal, I expose what has been hidden so redemption may take. However, redemption cannot happen without to repent. You must be willing to recognize the past, you must be willing to make things right, you must be willing to walk path of humility to ask forgiveness. Where it is necessary to repair what has been broken, this will not be. The road ahead isn't easy. Comfort, although it is one of restoration, prevents pride from holding you. Do not let fear stop you from stepping forward. There will be those who I struggle to trust you. Again, there will be others who hesitate to believe in yourself. Change, but do not focus on them. Reactions focus on. I concentrate on the route I'm laying before you. Focus on the truth that I'm calling. You should embrace, as I am not finished with. I'm not casting you aside, I am not declaring you. I would feel unworthy if I were finished with you. I will not be speaking to you, but I am speaking now, and that is all. Proof that I still have a purpose. What do you have? This question is not one of condemnation, but one reflection. Glance at where you are. Take a look at what led you. Please do not turn away from. Let the weight of it crush upon you. Not to crush you, but to awaken. For too long, you have carried on without completely understanding the effects of yours. Now is the time to see and know. To enter the reality that has been forming around you, and once you see, once you acknowledge, once you accept the facts, then you can start moving forward in a method that promotes healing, restoration, that returns you to the fullness of the life I have planned for you. Are not beyond redemption, you are not beyond grace, you're not beyond my love, but you must decide what matters more. The comfort of denial or the freedom of truthfully. No one can make this decision. You cannot be forced to see what you refuse to open your eyes. But I am. I am standing before you right now. I am extending out my hand, offering you a route. Back will you take? You will lay down your burdens. Allow me to coach you through your blunders. A new beginning, or will you continue to carry? Allowing them to weigh you down. They shape your future in the same manner that you do. Not desire, the choice is. I will not force you. I will not demand. I will simply call and extend I merely offer my hand, love, but realize that this is my child and I have plans for you. Still my affection for you has not changed. My mercy remains unwavering. Available, but the route of repair. Truth demands humility. Takes a heart willing to change what you have. Answer this question without making excuses. With justifications, without blaming upon others. Answer honestly with a heart prepared to turn, with a spirit willing to be renewed. If you do this, I'll be with every step of the journey. I will fix what has been broken, I will repair what has been lost, I will offer healing where there has been pain, but you must choose. The time is now. Do not delay. Hesitate, step into the truth, and let the light of my love lead you. Forward, because I am with you and will never leave. God says, my child, listen to me. An open heart, I've seen the difficulties you carry. The weight pushing on your spirit, doubts creep into your mind, you question yourself. What have I? Do you wonder if you've strayed too far, if your missteps have made you untrustworthy, if faults of your past has created a story that cannot be redeemed, but the Lord does not write. I compose stories about shame. I don't abandon those who seek redemption. Call on me. Nay, my child, you must realize that the enemy wants you to believe that define errors. He talks into your ear, filling it. Thoughts of terror persuade you that you are not alone. I have never left by myself. Even in your weakest times, even when you were lost, I was. I saw tears that no one else did. I heard your prayers, too hesitant to talk aloud. I witnessed the fight within. The conflict between who you were and who are you intended to. Do not allow remorse to devour you, my child. Do not allow shame to become in prison. No error is too big. My mercy, there is no failing in my love. Cannot overcome. You are not cast away. You are forgotten. I have always considered you mine. I had mine before you breathed your first breath. Knew I saw the path you were going to walk. Trials you would face, and I have always guided you even when you couldn't see. I am not asking for anything from my child. I ask for perfection. Trust me when I say you are being repaired. Believe me when I tell you that those who disbelieve you will soon see the transformation I'm bringing in your. Trust me when I say that you are not characterized by a single moment, but rather I have placed favor upon you. There are people who have judged you, those who have talked against you, who have turned away from you because your history, but they don't see it. They don't see the heart that longs for change, the soul that is searching for something greater. I see you, my child. I see the light within you. When others fail to acknowledge, I will not allow you to stay in it. The shadows of your past, raise your head, inhale the promise of a new. Begin walking forward without fear of. I am clearing the path beforehand. You do not need to defend yourself. To those who refuse to believe in you, do not need to explain. Compare yourself to those who have already upped their minds. Let them discuss, let them doubt. Them assume their words have no power. My word is the only thing that matters. Claims that you have been chosen. I love how you are rejuvenated. Do not be terrified of what comes next, my child. You are entering a season of what was lost can be restored. What was broken will be repaired. Overall, you will come out stronger than before, and those who once turned their backs on you, you will see the transformation I'm bringing in your life. But listen carefully, my child. You must trust me. You must completely renounce your fears, doubts, you worries. I can't move in your life if you continue to hold on to the burdens. I've asked you to release. Let go of the guilt, let go of the pain, let go of the voices that tell you you are not worthy. You are worthy because I created you. You are worthy, and I am with you. You pray to me. Child speaks to me without rehearsing words but with the honesty of your tell me about your heart and your anxieties. Tell me your dreams. I regret that I am listening. I've always been listening, there is nothing you can say. This will push me. There's nothing you've done will change my affection for you're safe, my child, even when the storms scream around you, even when the world seems unsure. I am yours. Refuge, you don't have to face this. Alone hold on to me, and I will guide you through. And remember this, my child, story is not over, this is not the end, this is only the you are entering a new phase. Something greater, and I'm traveling with every step of the way, trust me and watch as I turn. Everything around you is good.